When I met you, I admit my first thought was a trick. You look so good.
Sometimes he'd be butt-ass naked, and he thought it was so funny to just go do the butterfly.
Many people believe that Biggie Smalls was just referencing that joke and being hyperbolic.
I ain't want to be the one to bring this up, but you brought it up. I brought it up.
Was Biggie Smalls gay? This question does not seem to leave people's minds, and today we have proof that might prove your theories right. It appears that Biggie Smalls was a closeted gay, and it wasn't until he met Diddy that he suddenly felt inclined to try things out the way. Ever since Biggie met Diddy back in the early 1990s, people have observed an unusual change in Biggie's mannerisms. He started hanging around a lot of other male rappers of his time. Not just that, he was reported to be a lot more touchy-feely than was deemed appropriate for a straight family guy. He got quite improper with his lyrics and actions that many people found uncomfortable.
Yo, Biggie got some sus lyrics.
Relax.
Why you want every dude in the crowd to grab me?
Their first link-up came around in 1992 when Diddy arranged to meet the then up-and-coming rapper after seeing a feature on him in a magazine. Diddy signed Biggie to his record label, Bad Boy Records, upon its launch in 1993. From then on began Biggie's journey of self-exploration. It seemed as if he finally discovered the truth about his sexuality but couldn't do much to let others know, apart from rapping about it. This is why we have many songs that hint at Biggie's possible sexual preferences. Remember the song called Me and My Back in 2005, this song from Biggie's album Ready to Die raised a lot of eyebrows. But the speculations died down owing to the lack of solid evidence. The lyrics go like, "You look so good, huh? I Daddy's D, so let's unpack that for a second."
When I met you, I admit my first thought was a trick. You look so good, huh?
This was one of the first times people started to question Biggie, and this was followed by lyrics after similar lyrics, and it wasn't just cuss words and inappropriate language that bothered the audience. It was the not-so-subtle digs at his hidden sexuality, which kept people on the edge of their seats. In the song, It's All About the Benjamins, Biggie raps, "Make it hard to figure me, liquor B, kicking me in my A** shoal, undercover, Donnie Brasco and
Figure me, liquor B, kicking me in my ass, undercover, Donnie Brasco.
Beef, he goes, "Hope they know my gutter F, kidnap kids F in the ass, throw them over the bridge."
The bridge, that's how it is. My shit is laid out, boy.
So there we have it. In addition to homosexual tendencies, Biggie is urging everyone to add pedophilia to the list of things Biggie is capable of doing. Queen Bitch is another song, though not by Biggie, but it hints at something similar. If Peter Piper pecked him, I bet you Biggie bust him. He probably tried to F him. I told him not to trust him.
If Peter Piper pecked him, I bet you Biggie bust him. He probably tried to told him not to.
So what appeared to be a big secret for the audience wasn't really one when it came to Biggie's fellow artists. Lil' Kim, for example, knew exactly what was going on with Biggie. She even revealed something very strange regarding Biggie. She said that he would strip naked and parade around in front of his male friends and do the butterfly.
Sometimes he'd be butt-ass naked, and he thought it was so funny to just go do the butterfly.
Now, she did clarify that it was meant as a prank, but this is definitely the kind of prank that would be off limits for 99.9% of straight men, which ultimately proves that Biggie was either bisexual or gay. Lord Jamar backed Lil' Kim's statement regarding the lyrics in question. He started off by saying he did not want to talk about the issue at hand.
And I ain't want to be the one to bring this up, but you brought it up. I brought it up.
He then went ahead and verified the information, saying the lyrics had a lot to do with Biggie's personal life and they weren't just a set of rhymes. Another fact that supports this argument is that Dream Hampton once stated that Man, Biggie's best friend, was openly gay, even bringing his boyfriend around the block, and Biggie didn't care. I remember when we were in LA a couple weeks before he died and Big told me, "Yo, the Nganga Man brought his boyfriend on the Ave," Hampton wrote. She asked him how'd he take that, and according to her, he replied, "That's my Inga, whatever." So one of Biggie's closest friends being gay might not have bothered him because he himself had similar tendencies. But what does Diddy have to do with Biggie's sexual orientation? Well, there is enough proof backing up the theory that Diddy himself is a closeted gay. He has been a reported member of various gay parties and clubs, and let's not even talk about his infamous gay parties. Several celebrities have disclosed their awful experiences at the hands of Diddy, exercising his shady homosexual fantasies out of them.
We picked quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plug.
Exhibit also reminisced about the time Diddy took him to his party. We get to this club and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge, ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping, and I'm sitting there with Superhead. So then, Diddy is doing his business. We go down and get a drink. We were sitting there bobbing to the music, and then Superhead pointed over to the corner. There's two dudes kissing. I'm like, what the F is this? Then she pointed in another direction, and there's another dude over there, butt naked dancing. X said he was so surprised he left without telling Diddy. We take off. We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to anybody. It was suspect. He said, you can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever, concluded Zibbit. But I was in a gang of clubs. I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity. There it is. This is just one of the many incidents that reveal the manipulative and forceful nature of Diddy. He is known to take junior music artists under his wing and expose them to his lifestyle either by their will or otherwise. Usher, who was Diddy's mentee, for example, also claims to have been unwantedly exposed to Diddy's lifestyle. Usher admits that he would never allow his children to witness what he did at the hands of Diddy. One can only wonder what a 14-year-old boy must have gone through to come out as badly traumatized as Usher. So it is quite plausible that Biggie's sudden inclination towards men might be Diddy's doing. Diddy is known to blackmail men into partaking in inappropriate rituals with other men, after all. Back to Biggie being gay, why did he not come out of the closet? For someone who had the courage to go all out with his rap, he never addressed the issue of his sexuality in the open. Here is our theory. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, not many people were accepting of homosexuality. Admitting something like this would have meant automatic cancellation in the music industry because of the extremely thin acceptance of the LGBTQ community. There was a high risk Biggie could lose it all, if not just his fan following at the cost of revealing his deepest, darkest secret. Lord Jamar also talked about this reality while explaining why Biggie never outrightly admitted if he really was gay or bisexual.
If Kanye came out as gay or bisexual, or a Drake came out as gay,
I think he'd lose a big part of his fan base.
This might be the same reason Diddy is still in denial. But if we flip the coin to observe the other side of the story, it is also fair to give Biggie the benefit of the doubt. This whole Biggie is gay theory is solely based on the lyrics of his songs. But what if that is not what he wanted to convey? What if we are reading too much into the lines? If we talk about the song Me and My Bitch, which allegedly started this whole ordeal in the first place, there is another theory behind the rap. A YouTuber dug around this matter and came up with shocking revelations.
Richard Pryor, who was a comedian way back in the day, actually said a line that was very similar to this.
He went on to explain that this comedian had a punchline along the lines of, "She looked so good, I wanted to do this to her father." And Biggie might have been referencing that joke.
Hyperbolic, saying that this girl looks so good, I'm willing to do a homosexual act on another man just because she looks so good.
Even some of Biggie's fans agree with this perspective that a rap or music artist should be given the liberty to play around with words and metaphors. Not everything should be taken literally. One person responded to Lord Jamar's opinion. The fact that grown men can't see past wordplay metaphors is just sad in this day and age. To this, another person responded, even though I believe Big was joking around, there's still some things that are just not meant to be said. But even the mixed reactions from the audience leaves us with ambiguity regarding Biggie's sexual preferences. Because, surprise, surprise, Pryor himself was gay. So, is it only a coincidence that Biggie only seemed to take inspiration from homosexuals? Well, we would never know for sure since he took that secret with him to his grave. The only thing we can do is look for answers and keep guessing. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.